Right, good morning. 8.5, measures of spread, page 470. Now, what's the difference between 8.4, where we have measures of center, and 8.5, where it's measures of spread? The measure of center was the middle, the average, and the center, and the most popular. The measure of spread is, if I have a data, how far is the biggest and the smallest value from each other? So what's that area in between? And the other one that we're going to do is interquartile range. So how far is the middle of the bottom half and the middle of the top half? How far is that apart from each other? That is called the measure of spread. So the range of a set of data is simply what's the highest number, take away the lowest number. So that is straightforward. What you also need to know is if I have two sets of data, if I have a set of data, the lower quartile is where is the middle of the lower half, called Q1 or QL, which means it's the median of the lower half, and the upper quartile, also called Q3 or QU, is the median of the upper half of the data. The interquartile range is how far is those 2 points away from each other, which means it's Q3 take away Q1. Easiest way to do this is by example. So say find the range of the following set of data, which means all I have to really do is look at what's the highest. So I'm going to say range, always write the formula, range equals the highest number, highest minus lowest. My highest number here will be 12. And my smallest number will be 1. So 12 take away 1 equals 11. For B, my range equals my highest minus lowest. My highest number in this case is 19. My lowest number is negative 24. Which means it's 19 take away negative 24. And if you remember term 1, a negative and a negative gives us a positive, which means 19 plus 24, and that will give us then an answer of 43. That is the range. That is the distance between the highest and the lowest value. Right, the next example will be finding the interquartile range. We just create a new paper because I need to do this in more space. I really hope you don't hear the whippersnapper in the background. So let's quickly do this before he gets here. So remember the interquartile range. To do that, I need to have them from biggest to smallest because I need to find the median so I know where's the bottom half and where's the top half. So my first step will be to write them from smallest to tallest. Okay, I'm pretty quick, so you didn't even see me doing that. But this is now from smallest to tallest. And remember, I have to find the middle first, the median first. So I'm going to count them in. 115, 214, 413, 18, 10. So the middle is there. So this is the bottom half and this is the top half. If they ask me what was the median would have been 8 plus 10 divided by 2, so the median would have been 9. Now, if I want to know what's my lower quartile, I would find the middle of my bottom half of the values. So if this is the halfway, I have 4 values here, which means I count them in, and my lower quartile will be here. So Q1 will be here. If it's between 2 values, I'm just going to do the same as what I did previously. I'm going to say Q1 equals 2 plus 4 divided by 2, which is 6 divided by 2 is 3. And my upper quartile will be the middle of the top half, which is that, which means this is where Q3 will be, the upper quartile. So Q3 will equal 13 plus 14 divided by 2, that is 13 and a half. So my interquartile range equals Q3 take away Q1 which means 13.5, take away 3, and my answer is 10.5. So that will be my interquartile range. If we look at B, it looks like this. I took those values and ordered them from tallest to smallest. Ta-da! Okay, and we're going to do now the same thing. First, we're going to find the median. Count them in from there, 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 there. Oh, this is my median. That is my median. So my median equals 8. If I want to find out the top and the bottom half, you can see that this value is not part of the bottom half, it's also not part of the top half. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use the values leaving out 8. In this example, the median was between the two values. So we used the 8 at the bottom and we used the 10 at the top. In this case, the median is on a value, which means that it's not part of the bottom, it's also not part of the top. So my lower quartile will be the middle of the bottom half. There, there. Oh, it's 4. So Q1 equals 4. For the top half, it will be there, there. That's the middle. So that will be Q. 3 equals 9. So if they ask us what's the interquartile range, IQR equals, always write the formula, Q3 minus Q1. That equals 9 minus 4. So the interquartile range will be 5. Okay, ready for your timeline exercises? Dig into it. If you have any questions, please ask your teacher.